There's no water left. There isn't any water left. I don't think there's any water left. 3 ways to say the same thing. Are they all correct? Which one is best? Hi, I'm Cara from Number One Institute, and I have a new English lesson for you every Sunday. And every video lesson goes along with a page on our website here where you can do exercises and go a bit deeper into the subject. So, let's begin. In English, we use no and not to make negative sentences. But in many other languages, there's only one word. So it can be confusing to know when to use which one. So first, let's talk about no.
No. No.
The first occasion is quite simple, when we're answering a yes or no question. For example, do you have a pet? No. The more complete answer is no, I do not have a pet. So when we are making a full sentence, we use not, but the short answer is no. Second, we can use no when we mean not any, before a noun without an article. For example, I have no water. Water doesn't have an article. Here are some other nouns that don't take articles. Time, room, energy. There's no time. So we don't say there's no a time or there's no the time. There's no time. There's no room in the restaurant. I have no energy. If you would like to practice countable and uncountable nouns, I'll put a link up here and also at the end of the video. We also use no when it comes before an adjective, which comes before a noun. For example, there are no new books. I have no white shirts. We also use no before gerunds. For example, no smoking, no rollerblading. Now, it's also important to remember that we don't use no with any, many, much, or enough. This is a common mistake that I hear students make. For example, there's no enough time. That's wrong. We should say there's not enough time. So with these words, you must use not. Alright, so these are the rules you need to remember with no. For answering a yes-no question, when we mean not any before a noun with no article, when it comes before an adjective, and with gerunds like no smoking. Okay, if you have any questions about no problem. You can ask them in the comments below. Let's now look at not.
Not you, not you, not you, not you, not you.
Not today, not tomorrow, not this season.
Not okay, not okay.
So remember how we use no before nouns that don't have an article? Well, we use not before nouns that do have an article or a determiner. For example, this is not an apple. So this means we would also say, this is not my car. Be careful. I have definitely heard students say, this is no my car, which is wrong. As I said earlier, we use not before any, many, much, and enough. For example, we do not have enough time. We also use not to make the verb negative. I don't like running. I don't walk to work. And this is true for all sentences. I didn't do it. I haven't done it. I won't do it. I wasn't doing it. We also use not with an adjective without a noun. I'm not well. They're not fun. Sorry, we do have an exception here. That's no good. This is a fixed expression. It means not useful or not interesting. For example, that movie was no good. But generally, with an adjective, we use not. We use not to make an adverb negative. For example, not surprisingly or not often. And we use not before a pronoun or noun in short replies. So with very short replies, we use no. But with a pronoun, for example, me, who came to the party? Not me. One very important rule to remember is we never, ever use not and no in the same sentence. So these are all the rules for no and not. And I have all this information on that website. I'll put the link in the description. There's another special rule about adverbs. So always, usually, sometimes, never. We can say don't always, don't usually, and don't often, but not don't sometimes, don't hardly ever, or don't never. So just the first three. Okay, let's quickly look at the 3 sentences that I said about the water at the start of this video. So the first one is correct because water doesn't take an article, or the, so we can use no. There's no water left. The second one, there isn't any water, is also correct. Because do you remember any, many, much, and enough must go with not. So there isn't any water left. So they are both correct and they are both the same. But the first one is a little bit stronger. Finally, in English, we are often trying to be as polite as possible, which means not being too direct, especially in the negative, because we don't want to offend anyone. So the third sentence, I don't think there's any water left, is a less direct way of saying the same thing. On the website, I also have a list of other ways to say no politely. Well, there's no more to say. So here's the lesson on countable and uncountable nouns. Please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future lessons. And I'll see you next Sunday for another English lesson with me. Bye.